Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So we're going to talk about 2 episodes of Married at First Sight. I thought I had 3. If I've got 3 and I'm jumping ahead and giving you whiplash, then I'm sorry, but we'll just talk about these 2 that are on my notes. Where we left off was when Claire told Jessie that she'd kissed Adam. So we're going to just go into episode 15. Let me turn this down. So Married at First Sight, episode 15. So it starts with Claire and Jessie, as you would imagine. If you remember, they was at the wedding of Hugo and Tayla. So Claire and Jessie, the focus is still on Claire and Jessie. At the end of the last episode, Claire told Jessie that her and Adam ended up kissing like Jessie thought. Claire said it was being at the wedding and hearing the vows that Tayla and Hugo said to one another made her realise she just had to come clean to Jessie. And she said that to him. She said it's not what she came to the experiment for. She hasn't been loyal and broken Jessie's trust. Jessie said, so it's just that, hearing that made you tell me you was going to go through the entire experiment without saying a word, just keeping it to yourself. Claire said it was not something I wanted to do. I wanted to tell you for a long time, and she's saying that she only didn't because Adam said don't tell anyone. But at the end of the day, Claire's her own person. She makes her own decisions, so she can't blame Adam for this. If she really wanted to tell Jessie that much, she could have just been honest with him from the get-go. Jessie said, Adam, bro, what a dog. He said, ah, mate, what a snake, what an absolute snake. Adam said to Jessie that he was one of the dudes he wanted to be friends with and to be boys with, and you just kissed this dude after what, 30 minutes? 30 minutes chatting with a guy. Jessie said, I don't know what type of kiss you had out from, but I imagine it's more than what we had in 3 weeks. I said, I should have told you sooner, I'm sorry that I didn't. And Jessie said, well, it's fair to say we're not going to continue, so I'll see you whenever I see you. Claire said, okay then. As Jessie walked off, she said, idiot, Claire, to herself. Then she said, you're such an idiot, to herself, not to Jessie. Claire then spoke to the producers saying Jessie is really hurt and she doesn't know if there's any coming back from it, that she doesn't think there is. He's like, so we're done here, so I don't know where we're going to go from here. Honestly though, she's mugged Jessie off and made out he was being paranoid and completely gaslit him. Now she wants what? His forgiveness. She's living on another planet. Jessie spoke to the producers. He was stunned. He said, wow, just wow. He said, there is so much going through my mind. I don't even have the words. Claire always said she came from this Christian upbringing with strong values and morals, and then you have gone ahead and done the exact opposite. You have just told your husband you have cheated on him. I don't want to see her. I don't want to talk to her. I'm done. He looked absolutely disgusted. Jessie said, I'm done, it is so done. All I'll say is thank heavens Adam wasn't at the same wedding as Jessie and Claire, but that was done deliberately for entertainment purposes. You don't have to be the brain of Britain to understand that, do you? Harrison put his hands on his shoulders and said, are you alright, when he came back to the table. Jessie said no, so Harrison was like, what's up? And Jessie said, I can't believe this man, I'm so angry. Jessie and Harrison went off for a private chat, which that's done for TV as well, considering they've not been able to stick each other up until this point. Harrison was like, what you angry about? Talk to me. Jessie said, Claire cheated on me with Adam, bro. They hooked up, she just told me them. Harrison was like, bro, I'm so sorry that happened. But he looked insincere. He didn't look like he was sorry. Harrison is quite good friends with Adam. When he said sorry, it didn't look sincere. I think he already knew. Harrison is like, bro, I'm so sorry, but you were right. Harrison then went on to say, what a dog. Not only did he hook up with your missus, he then sat there and denied it all, then made you look like the arsehole. They gaslit you, they made you feel small and insignificant and wrong, and I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart, man, that doesn't sit right with me, and I really want to call them out. Jessie said, I couldn't have picked a better person to tell this to, because what you're saying right now is what I need. You're giving me validation. Harrison said to the producer, I don't particularly like Jessie, but I believe in doing the right thing, and I just don't think Adam has done that here. And Harrison said that he needed to correct that wrong. Is Harrison having a laugh? So Harrison is painting himself out to be holier than thou now. I mean, come on. It was only a few weeks ago that you was completely gaslighting Brontë. Sorry guys, I'm getting a bit worked up about this. Jessie said this is probably going to hit Janelle harder than me because Janelle asked me. She said, do you think I should be worried about Adam? And I said, no, I don't think you do, because I honestly thought that myself. Meanwhile, Claire is outside crying, saying that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Jessie said to the producers, she's hurt me to an extent that I didn't think I could be hurt like that. Jessie said, I knew I liked her somewhat, but I didn't think I liked her that much to be crying over it. Claire said to the producers, oh, I'm going to be sick. She's been sick a lot today. Her anxiety must cause her to be sick. I mean, my anxiety gives me kind of stomach issues as well, but not to that point. Jessie, bless him, stayed and listened to Hugo's vows. You could just see the sadness on his face. Jessie said that he was in disbelief, that he'd been made to feel like he's the crazy one, like he's insecure and jealous, that there is something wrong with him. Then he just got up and left. Brontë went after him and asked if he was okay and hugged him. Jessie is in his own apartment. Jessie now wants to confront Adam. Jessie said to the producers, I never thought by coming into this experiment he would find himself in this position. Adam at the books party said, what a great bunch of boys. We will have each other's backs. Let's all do the right thing by each other, to lie and manipulate and to not face your demons and to not tell the truth. It's just as simple as that. Jessie said, I can feel the adrenaline already moving through my body. When he thinks of Adam, he's an absolute dog. You know what else? He is a beta. He is a beta. It's what betas do, bro. They run and hide. Does that mean, like, coward? Because cowards run and hide, don't they? What's a beta? Lisa, help me out. I'm saying Lisa, help me out because she's Australian and I don't always get the slang. Then Jessie knocked on Janelle's door. Ooh, the drama is going to happen now. Adam opened the door and said, what's going on, what's happening? And Jessie said, I think you better come with me, bro. Then Adam said, let me get some shoes, and shut the door in Jessie's face. And Jessie said, grab some balls while you're at it, bro. Adam was like, where are we going? And they just went to Jessie's apartment. So once they were in there, Jessie said, get comfy. What do you think I pulled you in here for? And Adam said, I'm keen to find out, mate. Jessie said, you got no idea. Adam said, you pulled me from my room. What are you calling me for? Jessie said, you can't think of any reason. Adam said, are you going to beat around the bush, or are you going to tell me why I'm here? Jessie said, I'm giving you an opportunity to own up to it. Adam said, okay. Adam said, if you don't tell me what is going on, I'll just go back to my room. And Jessie's like, so you want to get out of here? And Adam started talking, and then Jessie said, shut your mouth. Adam said, mate, just drop the act. Jessie said, this is not an act. You're looking at the real Jessie here. Adam said, you're not talking. And Jessie said, I'm ready to talk, so sit down, stop trying to escape. And Adam said, what am I trying to escape for? And Jessie said, say it. Say you kissed her. And Adam said, say you kissed her. What? So he was still trying to get out of it. And Jessie said, still not admitting it, and said to Jessie, we were still not admitting it. And then Jessie was kind of in his face, and then Adam said to Jessie, why are you in my face? Jessie said she told me last night, and Adam was like, yeah, so what are you calling me here for? You don't know the story. And Jessie said, you're a dog, and followed him outside. And Adam said, drop the tough guy act. So at this point, it was kind of walking down the corridor, and it just so happens the cameras were there. Jessie said, where are you going? Adam said, listen to yourself. Jessie said, where are you going? Adam said, listen to yourself, Jessie. And Jessie said, there is no ownership right now. Adam said, you're attacking me. You don't want to have a conversation, do you? Jessie said, I gave you opportunity to own up to it just there. Adam had the nerve to say he didn't hook up with Claire. Then Jessie said, why would she say that to me last night then? Adam said, you're saying it like we hooked up. You saw what she was like that whole time, but it's me that is taking the rap for it. That's what I'm not standing for. I didn't come on to Claire, she came on to me. It's irrelevant, they kissed either way. Jessie said, that doesn't mean you just hook up with her. Agreed. Adam said it didn't happen like that, and Jessie said, how did it happen then? Adam was like, do you even know? And Jessie said, tell me. All I know is that you hooked up with her. And Adam said, well, there was a lot more to it than that. Adam said, I'm not going to tell you in the middle of the hallway like this. I'll sit down with you and have a conversation with you and tell you exactly how it happened. Jessie said, why can't we have it right now? And Adam was like, well, let's go back and have it right now in the room. So it's kind of like all over the place. It's like they wanted to film all these different angles, all these different scenarios, which they probably did. But I'm like, just get on with it. It's like, just say what you've got to say, Adam. That's not how it was, how Jessie thinks it is. Tell him. So when they were arguing, Claire could hear everything because Jessie and Claire's room and even Adam's room to a certain extent are in close proximity. So then Claire went out, like you do, and said, I'm not going to stay in my room, and went to see what was going on. Adam said, why is Claire not here then? And then she walked in, and Jessie said, I didn't want to talk to Claire, I wanted to talk to you. Jessie said, there is more to it, so tell me what more is there to it. Adam said, the way you're attacking me is that I just went out of my way to hook up with you, missus. It was a stupid drunken little kiss that happened. Jessie. Jessie said, you're making an excuse, mate. You still hooked up with my wife, dogged me, and you dogged this whole experiment. Adam said, I feel like I'm the one copping all the heat for this. Aww, boo-hoo, Adam. Then Claire pipes up, nah, fair enough, it was on me, I should have told you sooner. It shouldn't have happened, it happened really quickly, that was wrong. We shouldn't have done it. We haven't spoken since, there's been nothing more to it, and there was nothing more other than what you saw. And it wasn't planned, it was completely wrong, and I am really sorry, and that's why I had to tell you yesterday. Okay, so let's just unpack this little bit of what Claire's just said. So Claire said that they haven't spoken since. Did she say they hadn't spoken or haven't seen each other since? So they're saying that they haven't spoken since. Well, she told Sandy that Adam text messaged her to say keep her mouth shut. And how's Adam got her number in the first place? So she's obviously given him her number, so that's bullshit, isn't it? So we'll carry on with this now. Adam said, I was looking at it like it was irrelevant because moving forward you and Claire were in a good place, and I didn't want to make a huge big deal about this right now, but it is a big deal and it's been uncovered so I can wear it. He wouldn't have wore it if it hadn't have come out. He would have just continued in the process along with Janelle, and he would have been quite happy to do that. At least Claire, right, for all her faults, at least Claire is owning up to it. Yeah, 2 weeks later, but she's still owning up to it because she wants to make amends. Jessie said, good for you, bro. Adam said, I don't know what to say to make this any more right. Jessie said, there is no excuse or explanation that you can give that makes this okay, and it makes it any less worse than how I feel. Jessie then said, does Janelle know? Adam said she didn't. Claire said, I was wanting to tell her, and Adam said, obviously it's for me to tell her and let her know what happened. Like, to me it wasn't anything special. Was it to you, Claire? Or was it just a stupid drunken kiss? And Claire said, I need to take accountability of my actions. I can't blame it on being drunk. I was aware of what I was doing. Jessie then said, sneaky dogs, I tell you, man, I was sat right next to you watching you vibe, and I was watching you give each other that little look that said, let's go out the front, and I was thinking, this is so dodgy. Adam said, I'm not sitting here trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I just didn't want it to blow up like this. But it was just that stupid moment that I just wish I could take it back. I never have done this, like, honestly, for real, you know. Adam said, you can feel how you feel towards me. You have every right to. And think of what you think of me. And he feels like shit at this point. Adam still hadn't apologised. So that's nice of you, Adam, saying to Jessie, oh, you can feel how you feel towards me. Thank you for giving him permission. I don't agree with Claire and what she has done, but she's clearly sorry. Claire said, do you want to chat? And Jessie was like, no, he doesn't want to be around her. As far as he's concerned, she's betrayed him and he's done. Adam, as he was leaving, apologised, but it wasn't heartfelt. It was kind of like, I'm really sorry, Jessie. It wasn't heartfelt. There was no emotion behind it. Claire said, I'll come and try and have a chat with you later. And Jessie said, don't, Claire. Claire said, you don't want to talk today? And Jessie said, no, honestly, what does Claire expect though? Then she said, can I try and talk to you tomorrow? And Jessie said, no, she's obviously not getting the hint that he doesn't want to know. Claire then said, so you just don't want to speak? And Jessie said, no. Claire said, I do want to try and talk to you, so I'll give you some space. And Jessie put his hands up and said, I just can't listen right now. Meanwhile, in Janelle and Adam's apartment, so it's going to kick off again here. Adam sat down with Janelle and tried to brush it off as having a little kiss. The devastation on Janelle's face was awful. Then the nerve of Adam, he tried to blame it on him and Janelle not being in the best place. And Claire and Jessie wasn't in a good place either. Adam said, I don't know what her intentions were, but to me it was absolutely nothing. It's not like we had been trying to sneak around and catch up and want to be in the experiment together or anything like that. Janelle said, I've had your back throughout this whole thing and this is coming out now and I just feel so stupid. Then she got up and left. Janelle said to the producers, I just put all my trust in him. This happened weeks ago. Why is it only coming out now? He had all this time to tell me I feel like an idiot for trusting him, and then he's trying to tell me we weren't in a good place. We were in a good place. It's like he's trying to blame me. You kissed her, I didn't kiss her, Janelle said. Janelle said this has completely caught me off guard. She feels numb, and then she went and knocked on Jesse's door asking him if they could talk. Janelle said to Jesse, "Are you okay?" And Jesse said, "No, I've still got a bit of adrenaline pumping through me. I don't know if you heard, it got pretty heated." And then Janelle said, "Did they make out?" It was just a peck, and Jesse said he didn't know. Janelle said, "Either way it's wrong what they have done, and I'm just so angry now as I have his back the whole time and literally gave him the benefit of the doubt. I had his back, I looked like an idiot, and he's trying to blame me for this happening. He's such an arsehole." Janelle said, "Do you know how he just told me? He had no thought to how this was going to affect me. He walked into the room and he was like, it's just come out that me and Claire kissed." And I was like, "Did you?" Jessie couldn't believe it. Jessie said, "What an actual coward." And then she said to Jessie that she asked Adam if they did kiss, and he said, "Yeah." Janelle said he told me that way with no empathy. Janelle said he told me that way with no empathy, with stress on his face, worried how he was going to look. Janelle said he's so full of shit, everything that comes out of his mouth has no meaning. Like he kept saying to me, "I've cheated before, it will never happen again. I know how stupid it is, how people look at me." All of a sudden he's already done it 2 weeks into the experiment. Once a cheat, always a cheat. Janelle said, "I just feel so robbed of this experience." Jessie said, "Have you thought about what the next hour looks like?" And Janelle said, "I don't know, I just don't want to be in the same room with him." That she wants to move out and she's going to roast the shit out of him at the commitment ceremony. Jessie said, "Nice," and Janelle said, "He's not coming out of this unscathed, not for 1 second. Janelle said to the producers, "I just feel like an idiot because I've had his back the entire time, and when the news came out I stood by his side. He's been giving me this false sense of a happy relationship, and now I'm processing all this information, that everything he's ever said to me, I'm thinking he's full of shit, no value in his words, he's literally full of it." Then she knocked on her own front door and said to Adam, "I would like you to move out." Janelle said, "I'm not moving out and I want to stay here," and all Adam could say is, "Okay, fair enough." And he said, "Do you want to talk about it now?" And Janelle said, "To be honest, I don't want to talk to you." Adam said, "So are you coming in?" And Janelle said, "I'll give you some time to pack your stuff up, and then I'm going to stay in this room." Adam said to the producers, "Janelle has every reason to kick me out of the apartment, but the night that Claire and I kissed, we were not in a good place at all. And I don't think we would have got to the place we were. And I don't think we would have got to the place we were at right now if I told her at the time. So I'll give her a few days to cool off and realise it was just a stupid drunken kiss, and it meant nothing to him." It was so much more than that, Adam. It was a betrayal. Janelle said to the producers, "Adam is not remorseful at all. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about Jesse. He's just sorry he got caught." Evelyn and Rupert. Evelyn said, "Honestly, from what Rupert was giving me yesterday, I'm not even sure he is attracted to me." Rupert said to the producers at the wedding yesterday, "I was nervous because she's obviously gorgeous," and he admitted to liking Evelyn and hopes he doesn't get judged for it. Evelyn said when they first walked into their suite, she wanted to break down the walls and just get the awkwardness out of the way. She said, "I'm happy to take the lead for now, I'm just trying to build his confidence." Then she said, "It's bloody freezing, should we start with a bath?" You should have seen Rupert's face, it was like a deer caught in headlights. Evelyn said, "I'm quite cheeky, so I'm going to be a bit suggestive and flirty." Evelyn said, "This is very hot, he's into it." He didn't look into it. Rupert said to the producer, "Jesus Christ, when I walked into the bathroom she took my breath away. She is something else." And Rupert was like, "Hey, we still have to play the board game." Evelyn did not look impressed. Rupert said, "Wow, this is getting rather hot." He didn't look that impressed with the temperature of the bath. Rupert said to the producers he was definitely overwhelmed and the temperature of the tub didn't help. Evelyn said, "I can't say that there is a sexual chemistry flowing between us, and she definitely thinks that Rupert is a bit shy right now. It's normally the woman that does the pillow war, but it was Rupert on this occasion." Evelyn said, "I don't think Rupert realises how much I'm extending my arm right now. He really needs to come out of his shell right now. She needs that passion, I want that lust." Rupert organises a spa day for Evelyn the next day. He will be giving her a massage. Evelyn said to the producers, "I wouldn't say the massage was a sexual experience, but at least he tried his best." Poor Rupert, he had no clue what he was doing. It was a terrible massage, guys. Oh no, the honeymoon box arrives and Rupert is a quivering mess around Evelyn. He's still not over his nerves. Rupert's question for Evelyn was how important to you is sex in a relationship. Evelyn said she craves the feeling of love. I love being loved. I'm emotional. I'm sensitive. Evelyn said, I'm noticing that Rupert is getting really nervous with these questions. Evelyn said to Rupert, do you drink when you're nervous? And he said, yeah, when I'm nervous I'll smash them back. He admitted Evelyn made him nervous. He said, is it not obvious? And she said, you haven't told me why. And Rupert said, you're gorgeous. So he admits that he finds her attractive. Evelyn said it's a shock to her that Rupert finds her attractive, because I was trying so hard to get something out of him, but now that she knows that she makes him nervous, it all makes a little bit more sense. Evelyn and Rupert went out for a nice intimate lunch. Tayla and Hugo. Tayla said to Hugo, how are you feeling about the bed arrangements? And Hugo said he's happy to sleep in the bed with her and asked how she felt. And Tayla said, I'm just not on the same page. Hugo said, are you planning on sleeping on the floor? And she said to Hugo, I think the sofa is nice and comfortable for you, isn't it? I think it's a perfect fit. Hugo did not look impressed. It was a small sofa and Hugo said, my body isn't going to fit on this. If Tayla wants to sleep apart, why can't she stay on the sofa? That's my thoughts on the matter as well. Tayla had the nerve to say, put the sofa cushions on the floor. I mean, she's treating him like I wouldn't even treat a dog or another pet, you know, just horrible. Hugo said to the producers, honestly, being made to sleep on a hard floor, that's insane. Tayla said, I don't compromise and it is always my way or the highway. Tayla said to Hugo, you will have a good night's rest on the floor. She said, I need to sleep well. Happy wife, happy life. Hugo said to the producers, my head is spinning. This isn't what I was expecting to happen when we walked in here. Hugo said, I understand she might not necessarily want to spend the night with someone that she's only just met, but there is only one bed. Hugo said that bed is so big, it's got its own time zone, and she's telling me that I can't curl up on the side of the bed. So Hugo went to get onto the bed and Tayla said, no, absolutely not. I mean, what did she expect? This is her honeymoon. She could at least share the bed, even if she's just putting like pillows down the side of them. So yeah, she could have done that. I feel like this is for entertainment as well. Hugo said it's just human decency. You're allowed running water, you're allowed Wi-Fi and a bloody bed to sleep on. Tayla said, you can sleep here. It was next to an open window. He said it's 1 degree outside. Hugo said to Tayla, if you're asking me to respect you, surely it goes both ways. And she said, no, it didn't. Hugo said to the producers, I'm not happy with the way she's conducting herself. She said in her vows that she was headstrong, but also kind and fair. Tayla and Hugo were playing croquet, and Tayla said, I think we should bet sleeping arrangements. If I win, I get the big bed and you're on the couch. Tayla said, because I'm so competitive, I can't let Hugo beat me, that she will fight to the end to make sure she gets the bed, purely because she didn't want to share a bed with him. Of course, the bed was hers for what they thought was tonight, but then she said to the producers, no, the bet was for the entire experiment, what is left of it. So you mean to tell me she's got married and she's not planning on sharing the bed with her husband? What's she there for? Hugo said, I thought we had just bet for the honeymoon, not for the entire experiment. That would be inhumane. Tayla and Hugo went to dinner, and some of the questions he had for Tayla was where she thought the relationship was going and what she wanted from the relationship. Hugo said, I understand she might be a slow burn, or she might be trying to make up her mind to see whether we are a good fit or not. Hugo says, realistically, there has been a lot of bickering going on with the bed and he doesn't want conflict with his partner. He wants to be a team, that's why they are doing the experiment, to find love and build something. Hugo said to Tayla, what did you ask for in a partner? And she said it was probably someone the opposite of you. Tayla said, when I first saw you, I immediately thought, I don't think you're very sporty. And Hugo said, well, what makes you say that though? And Tayla said, I think the way you speak as well, I can kind of tell. I actually requested that someone didn't talk much. I wanted a bit of a man's man, and Hugo said, what does a man's man look like to you? She said, a tradie, a footballer, fit, a bit rowdy, likes to drink beer. That's definitely my type of guy. She reminds me of Mel. Do you know Mel and Josh, who have left the show now? That couple reminds me of them. But then goes on to say to Hugo, you're probably not my type. There, I said it. Are you happy? Hugo said, the part that I have a problem with, I feel like you looked at me and said, he's not a tradie, he's not my type, and you have been a bitch to me this entire time. Tayla said, have I been a bitch to you this entire time though? Yeah, I would agree with Hugo, you have. Hugo said, I mean, yeah, you have been frosty as hell. I definitely feel like there's no part of you that wants to work on it. Tayla said, I never said that, you're putting words into my mouth. Hugo said, this is me trying to ask where you're at. And Tayla told him to shut up and said, you like the sound of your own voice too much and it actually annoys me. Tayla said, I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to give it everything that I have because you're not what I asked for. That's not what I'm saying. Hugo said, well, do you think you have been giving it everything you have? And Tayla said, I'm going into it a bit slower and I don't think you like it. Hugo said, what will it take for you to kind of? And Tayla said, time, I think. And Hugo asked how much time. She said, no idea. Hugo said, so what does that mean? And Tayla said, I'm just not at the pace you want me to be. And I'm not even the tiniest bit sorry about it. Hugo said, yes, that's pretty clear. Hugo said to the producers, I'm not sure where to go from there. I don't see any intention or commitment to her wanting to give this a go. Hugo said what he's struggling to understand is why be a part of the experiment if you don't want to try. Janelle slept on the couch. She said she didn't want to be in that bed. She didn't want his stench on her. Janelle said yesterday was emotionally draining and she feels like she's wasted her time and she was really starting to like him every day and she feels like she's been living a lie. And she said, I'm never putting that ring on again. Janelle invites Tahnee and Melinda to talk about what happened. Melinda said it's such a cop-out to say your relationship isn't in a good place. Buddy, work on your relationship, don't put your tongue down someone's throat. Janelle said we weren't even in a bad place and it's interesting that it's his wrongdoing and he's trying to put the blame on me. Melinda said no remorse. Did he not feel bad? And Janelle said nothing. I'm out of tears. I feel nothing for him. He's just sorry it came out. He has been actively hiding it from me. He's been actively hiding it from everyone. He was going to take this to the grave. Melinda says he literally has dodgy written all over him and when he sat there on the couch and tried to act innocent and you knew something went on and the fact that you took it so well, that's what boils my blood right now and he had to get caught by someone else before he told you, you deserve way better. Tahnee was lost for words, I think. She said to the producers, it's just trash behaviour, I just can't believe it. How do you come into this experiment for a marriage and act like this? From Claire, I'm really disappointed as she's a girl's girl. She's been there for the girls and it's just completely slack. Janelle said she spoke to Claire and said, I'm just disappointed because at the last cocktail party we sat there, you checked in on me and you made sure I'm okay. And I looked at you square in the face and I asked you, do I have anything to worry about with Adam? And she looked at Janelle and hugged her and said, oh babe, you have nothing to worry about. Janelle said Claire had her opportunity to tell me, yet she lied to my face, so that makes her as bad as Adam. Janelle said, I'm done and I need you guys to support me at the dinner party. I don't want you guys to hold back. Melinda said at the next dinner party, it's time to call the bullshit. Janelle said, I'm angry and furious. He's wasted her time and she will make sure that everyone is holding Claire and Adam accountable. Janelle said to the producers, I know for a fact that Tahnee and Melinda have my back 100% and will support me tomorrow night at the dinner party. She's going to have her say and she won't hold back. Janelle said this dinner party is going to be next level. Adam. So it's the next day now and Adam is the first person we see. Adam said, I woke up pretty lonely. I woke up as a single man again and that he's not feeling good at all. That he's definitely missing Janelle this morning and he really wants to have the opportunity to go and have a chat with her and see how she's doing. Adam said they have come a long way in the last 3 weeks and for that to have resurfaced has put a spanner in the works. Hopefully she will want to talk to me. Janelle looked shocked when she opened the door and Adam was stood there and he said, do you want to have a chat? And Janelle said, no I don't. And Adam said, I feel like we need to have a chat and Janelle said, I feel like we don't. Adam was shocked. He said, really? And Janelle said, yeah, bye, and shut the door in his face. What does Adam expect though? He's broken her trust. Then Adam said, it looks like we're going to have to save it for the dinner party then. So clearly he didn't like it. Right, so I was going to talk about the next episode. As it's a dinner party and the next episode is the commitment ceremony, I'll do those two together. We're just going to talk about this one episode today. Thank you for joining me, I really do appreciate it. If you like these kind of videos, commentary and makeup, please like, it really does help my small channel grow. Share and comment, and if you're new here, please click that subscribe button and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.